Hermeticism is a fascinating topic that has influenced many different areas of human knowledge, from philosophy and religion to science and magic. In this video, we'll explore the roots of Hermeticism, its core teachings, some of its secrets, and how it relates to other disciplines like alchemy, magic, philosophy, and religion. Hermeticism is named after Hermes Trismegistus, a mythical figure who was said to be the author of a collection of texts known as the Corpus Hermeticum. These texts were written in Egypt during the late Hellenistic period, sometime between the 1st and 3rd centuries CE. They contain a mix of Greek philosophy, Egyptian religion, and Jewish mysticism, and they were highly influential in the development of Western esotericism. The core teachings of Hermeticism are centered around the idea that there is a hidden knowledge or wisdom that can only be discovered through direct experience. This knowledge is said to be both practical and spiritual, and it is meant to help individuals understand the nature of reality and their place within it. One of the key concepts in Hermeticism is the idea of as above, so below, which suggests that there is a correspondence between the macrocosm of the universe and the microcosm of the individual. If you're interested in learning more about Hermeticism, there are several key texts that are worth exploring. The Corpus Hermeticum is the foundational text of the tradition, and it contains a series of dialogues between Hermes Trismegistus and his disciple Asclepius. Other important Hermetic texts include the Emerald Tablet, the Kybalion, and the Picatrix. One of the most interesting aspects of Hermeticism is the way it combines spiritual and practical knowledge. Hermeticists believe that by understanding the underlying principles of the universe, they could gain control over the forces that govern it. This belief led to the development of practices like astrology, divination, and talismanic magic, which were seen as ways of tapping into the hidden knowledge of the universe. Hermetic teachings are multifaceted and complex, but here are a few interesting facts and examples to give you a sense of what they involve. 1. The Principle of Mentalism. One of the key principles of Hermeticism is the idea that the universe is mental in nature. This means that everything that exists is a product of the mind, and that consciousness is the fundamental building block of reality. According to this principle, the universe is not a passive, lifeless thing, but a dynamic, living system that is constantly changing and evolving. Everything in the universe, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, is a product of consciousness and the mental processes that create it. This principle has important implications for our understanding of the nature of reality and the human experience. It suggests that our perceptions of the world are not passive reflections of an objective reality, but active constructions of the mind. In other words, the way we experience the world is shaped by our beliefs, attitudes, and mental processes. The principle of mentalism also has practical applications in fields like psychology and personal development. It suggests that we have the power to shape our own reality by changing our thoughts and beliefs. By becoming aware of our own mental processes and working to shift them in a more positive direction, we can transform our lives and create a more fulfilling existence. One of the key challenges of applying the principle of mentalism in our lives is overcoming the limitations of our own minds. We are often trapped in limiting beliefs and thought patterns that prevent us from seeing the world in a more expansive and open way. By cultivating practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can begin to loosen the grip of these mental habits and open ourselves up to new possibilities. Overall, the principle of mentalism is a powerful and transformative idea that has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of the world and ourselves. By recognizing the fundamental role that consciousness plays in shaping reality, we can begin to unlock the full potential of our minds and create a more vibrant and fulfilling existence. Second principle is the principle of correspondence. Another important principle of Hermeticism is the idea of correspondence, which suggests that there is a connection between all things in the universe. This principle is often expressed through the maxim, as above, so below, which implies that the macrocosm of the universe is reflected in the microcosm of the individual. In other words, the same patterns and structures that exist in the universe also exist within the human psyche. In addition to its philosophical implications, the principle of correspondence also has practical applications in areas like magic and alchemy. In these fields, practitioners use correspondences to create powerful connections between different aspects of the universe and channel that energy towards a particular goal. For example, in the practice of sympathetic magic, practitioners use correspondences to create a connection between an object or symbol and the person or thing they want to affect. By using symbols or objects that correspond to the desired outcome, they can create a powerful energy that can help them achieve their goals. In alchemy, correspondences play a key role in the transformation of matter. Alchemists believed that all matter contained a hidden essence, and that by understanding the correspondences between different substances and elements, they could unlock the secret of transmutation. By combining different substances that corresponded to the desired outcome, they believed they could transform base metals into gold or create the elixir of life. Overall, the principle of correspondence is a powerful idea that has far-reaching implications for our understanding of the universe and the human experience. By recognizing the connections between different aspects of the world, we can gain deeper insights into the nature of reality and ourselves. We can also use these correspondences to create powerful connections and channel the energy of the universe towards our goals, whether those goals are spiritual, material, or somewhere in between. The Emerald Tablet is a famous Hermetic text that is said to contain the secret wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus. It is a short, cryptic text that has been interpreted in many different ways, but one of its central messages is the idea of the unity of all things. The text begins with the phrase, "as above, so below," and goes on to describe the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. The Emerald Tablet is a brief but enigmatic text that is said to contain the secret wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus, a mythical figure associated with the fusion of Egyptian and Greek traditions. The text is believed to have been written in Arabic during the Middle Ages, but is said to be a translation of a much older work that dates back to the time of Hermes himself. The text is composed of a series of short statements or aphorisms that are written in a cryptic and often symbolic language. These statements are said to contain the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, and offer insights into the nature of reality, the human experience, and the relationship between the divine and the mundane. One of the key themes of the Emerald Tablet is the idea of correspondence, which we discussed earlier. The text emphasizes the connections and correspondences that exist between different aspects of the universe, and suggests that by understanding these connections, we can gain a deeper understanding of the nature of reality. Another important theme of the Emerald Tablet is the idea of transmutation, or the transformation of matter from one state to another. The text suggests that through the application of certain principles and practices, it is possible to transform base matter into higher forms of existence, and to ascend to higher levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness. The text also touches on the themes of alchemy and magic, suggesting that the wisdom contained in the text can be used to create powerful transformative effects in the world. It speaks of the importance of the will, of the power of imagination, and of the ability to create and shape reality through conscious intention. Overall, the wisdom contained in the Emerald Tablet is a complex and multifaceted system of thought that touches on many different aspects of human experience and spirituality. It offers a vision of the universe as a deeply interconnected and meaningful whole, and suggests that through the application of certain principles and practices, we can unlock the mysteries of the universe and attain a higher level of spiritual awareness and understanding. The Emerald Tablet also emphasizes the importance of the will, suggesting that by cultivating a strong and focused will, we can create powerful transformative effects in the world. The universe is fundamentally malleable and responsive to human intention, and through the power of the will, we can shape our reality in profound ways. This idea is central to many forms of magical and esoteric practice, and has inspired generations of seekers and mystics to explore the limits of human potential. The 7 Hermetic principles, in addition to the principles of mentalism and correspondence, Hermeticism also involves 5 other principles that are said to govern the universe. These principles include the principles of vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Each of these principles is believed to play a key role in the functioning of the universe and the human psyche. 1. The principle of vibration. this principle states that everything in the universe is in a constant state of motion and vibration. All matter, energy, and even thought vibrations have their own unique frequency. This principle suggests that by understanding the nature of vibration and the ways in which we can influence it, we can have a profound impact on our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The principle of polarity. This principle suggests that everything in the universe has its opposite or polarity. For example, light and dark, hot and cold, male and female, positive and negative, etc. are all polarities that are part of the same spectrum. The idea here is that these seemingly opposing forces are not truly separate, but rather interconnected and complementary aspects of the same whole. The principle of polarity states that everything in the universe has two opposite poles or aspects. These opposites are not truly separate, but rather two aspects of the same thing. This principle suggests that we must embrace both aspects of a polarity in order to achieve balance and harmony. For example, in order to understand light, we must also understand darkness. By embracing both aspects of a polarity, we can gain a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. The principle of rhythm. This principle states that everything in the universe has its own rhythm and cyclical patterns. Just like the tides, seasons, and the cycles of the moon, all things in the universe move in cycles and have their own natural ebb and flow. This principle suggests that by understanding the nature of these cycles and rhythms, we can learn to work with them to achieve greater harmony and balance in our lives. The principle of cause and effect. This principle explains how every action has a corresponding reaction or effect. We are all interconnected and our actions have an impact not only on ourselves but on the wider universe as well. By understanding the nature of cause and effect, we can learn to take responsibility for our actions and their consequences, and work to create positive change in the world. This principle is related to the concept of karma in Eastern philosophy. Everything we do, think, or say has an impact on the world around us, and we must be aware of the consequences of our actions. The principle of gender. This principle states that everything in the universe has a masculine and feminine aspect. This does not necessarily refer to gender in the traditional sense, but rather to the concept of polarity and the interplay between opposing forces. The masculine aspect is associated with action, will, and the power to create, while the feminine aspect is associated with receptivity, intuition, and the power to nurture and bring forth new life. We should embrace and honor the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves and the world around us in order to achieve true wholeness and completeness. Overall, the Hermetic principles represent a rich and complex system of thought that continues to influence spiritual seekers and philosophers to this day. By exploring these principles and applying them in our own lives, we can deepen our understanding of the universe and our place within it, and work towards greater harmony, balance, and spiritual growth. Alchemy is a practical application of the Hermetic principles, particularly the principles of correspondence, vibration, and polarity. It was a medieval and early modern science that aimed to transform base metals into gold, create the elixir of life, and discover the philosopher's stone. It was a blend of philosophy, mysticism, and experimental chemistry. Alchemists believed that by using certain techniques and processes, they could transmute one element into another and create powerful substances that could heal and grant eternal life. The word alchemy comes from the Arabic word alchemia, which means the art of transformation. One of the most famous alchemists was Isaac Newton, who spent a significant portion of his life studying and practicing alchemy. He believed that by unlocking the secrets of alchemy, he could uncover the mysteries of the universe. Alchemy also played a significant role in the development of modern chemistry. Many of the techniques and processes used by alchemists, such as distillation and crystallization, are still used in chemistry today. Many famous historical figures, including Leonardo da Vinci, Nicholas Flamel, and Paracelsus, were said to have practiced alchemy. The tarot is a divinatory tool that is often associated with Hermeticism. The tarot deck consists of 78 cards, each of which represents a different aspect of the human experience. The cards are often used as a way of gaining insight into the past, present, and future, and they are believed to reflect the principles of Hermeticism. The tarot is made up of 78 cards, divided into two main groups: the major arcana, which consists of 22 cards that represent archetypal principles and universal themes, and the minor arcana, which consists of 56 cards divided into 4 suits, each representing different aspects of daily life. One of the most interesting aspects of the tarot is the symbolism that is used in the cards. Each card is rich in symbolism, with many layers of meaning that can be interpreted in different ways depending on the context and the individual reader. The cards are often seen as a visual representation of the Hermetic principles, with each card embodying a different aspect of the natural world and the human experience. Another fascinating aspect of the tarot is the role that intuition plays in the interpretation of the cards. While there are many traditional interpretations of the cards, each reader brings their own unique perspective and intuition to the interpretation process. This allows for a rich and varied understanding of the cards, and allows the reader to uncover hidden insights and messages that may not be immediately apparent. The tarot is also often seen as a tool for personal and spiritual growth. By working with the cards and exploring their symbolism and meanings, individuals can gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. The tarot can also be used as a tool for meditation and self-reflection, helping individuals to tap into their inner wisdom and intuition. It is important to note that while the tarot is often associated with the Hermetic tradition, its origins and history are complex and multifaceted. The tarot has its roots in ancient Egypt and the Hermetic tradition. It has been influenced by a variety of other cultures and traditions over the centuries, including Christianity, Kabbalah, and the occult. By working with the cards and exploring their symbolism and meanings, individuals can gain insights into the hidden dimensions of the universe and their own inner selves. Gnosticism, Hermeticism has also had a significant influence on Gnosticism, a religious movement that emerged in the early Christian era. Gnostics believed in the existence of a secret knowledge that could only be obtained through direct experience, and they saw themselves as part of a spiritual elite that had been chosen to receive this knowledge. The central tenet of Gnosticism is the belief in a transcendent, unknowable God who is distinct from the creator God of the material world. This creator God is often seen as an inferior or flawed deity who is responsible for the imperfections and suffering of the world. Gnostics believe that humans are divine beings who have become trapped in the material world, and that through the acquisition of secret knowledge, they can break free from this imprisonment and return to their true divine nature. One of the key texts of Gnosticism is the Nag Hammadi Library, a collection of 13 ancient texts discovered in 1945 near the town of Nag Hammadi in Egypt. These texts contain a wealth of information about Gnostic beliefs and practices, including the idea of the demiurge, the creator God, the importance of secret knowledge, and the role of the divine spark within the human soul. Gnosticism was seen as a threat to the Orthodox Christian Church, and was often condemned as heretical. The Christian Church saw Gnosticism as a challenge to its authority and teachings, and many Gnostic texts and communities were suppressed or destroyed. Despite its suppression by the Orthodox Christian Church, Gnosticism has continued to have a significant influence on Western thought and spirituality. Its emphasis on the importance of direct spiritual experience, the rejection of the material world, and the belief in a transcendent reality has inspired many writers, artists, and spiritual seekers throughout history. In recent years, there has been a renewed interest in Gnosticism, particularly among those seeking an alternative to traditional religion. Some have even attempted to revive Gnostic practices and beliefs, although these efforts are often controversial and met with skepticism by mainstream scholars. One of the most fascinating aspects of Gnosticism is its emphasis on the importance of direct spiritual experience. Gnostics believed that salvation could only be achieved through personal revelation and insight, rather than through adherence to dogma or doctrine. This emphasis on individual experience and the rejection of authority has been a major influence on Western spiritual traditions, including various forms of mysticism and esotericism. Overall, Gnosticism is a complex and multifaceted movement that has had a significant impact on Western thought and spirituality. Its emphasis on personal revelation, rejection of authority, and the importance of the divine within the human soul continue to inspire spiritual seekers and thinkers to this day. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating world of Hermeticism. We've explored the ancient wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus, the 7 Hermetic principles, alchemy, tarot, and Gnosticism, and seen how these rich traditions continue to inspire and challenge us today. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about these topics, as well as other esoteric themes, be sure to subscribe to Astra Phoenix Alchemy, where we explore the mysteries of the universe and delve into the hidden secrets of the cosmos. Our channel is dedicated to providing you with the deepest insights, teachings, and practices from the world of esotericism and alchemy. So if you're interested in exploring the depths of the human spirit and unlocking the secrets of the universe, join us on Astra Phoenix Alchemy, and subscribe today for more amazing content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.